mic, but because we're recording, we're going to ask all of our parents to use a mic so we can hear it on the video. So first, I'd like to welcome you all to the Vance County Schools Appreciation Luncheon hosted by the Health Department. So we'd like to today talk to you about some of the services we provide, and of course, thank you for your services to the children and youth of Vance County Schools. Before we get started with our PhotoVoice presentation, hosted by our Parent Advisory Council with Innovative Approaches, we'd like to ask our director, Lisa, to come in and give you a welcome.
Excellent. Thank you, LaShonda, and thank you, excellent parents, for all your hard work. We're really always delighted to host this luncheon and try to make sure that everyone in Vance County School System knows about the local health department, some of our programs, some of our services, and some of the ways that we work together to serve children and families. I wouldn't be a good health director if I didn't give you some data, so I made sure to print out an extra NC Child report card so you have a little data dashboard in front of you to tell you a little bit more about our children in Vance County. Of course, you know so much about children individually and their stories that we're looking forward to hearing. In public health, our patient is the whole population of Vance and Granville counties, so we tend to have more statistics on that population level and try to affect that population level to make sure that we have healthier outcomes, and we cannot do that without you all. So thank you for the work that you do, for the dedication that you have to our children, and know that you have partners in us to be as helpful as we can be to you and your work. We're so excited about Innovative Approaches, this award-winning program, I might add. We had a Child Health GlaxoSmithKline Award that LaShonda was able to accept on behalf of Innovative Approaches this year, which was really exciting. And we are also really eager to be working with you on adverse childhood experiences and trauma-informed work. Across the district, we'll be focusing a lot on that from our youth and well-being focus from the recent community health assessment, and also our local legacy foundation, Triangle North Healthcare Foundation. Their board has decided to focus a lot of their funding over the next 3 to 5 years on youth well-being and adverse childhood experiences. So we have a lot of fun work to do together, and I'm hoping that the things that we're able to share today will help inspire us to do even more. So I'll turn it back over to LaShonda and let her tell you what to expect about our next hour or so together. You saw we have some lunch to serve to be able to extend our appreciation a little bit more, and we hope that you'll enjoy and engage with us throughout the time together. Thank you for being here.
Okay, so we'll get started. And naturally, I always forget to introduce myself because I just assume that you all know me, but maybe some of you don't. My name is LaShonda Person, and I'm the Innovative Approaches Coordinator here at the Health Department. And this is Shantae Speed. She's our Parent Outreach Coordinator with Innovative Approaches. Innovative Approaches serves families and youth with special health care needs in Granville and Vance counties. And we're also very lucky that we reapplied for our grant, and starting June 1, we'll also be serving Warren County. And one of the great things about Innovative Approaches is we aim to change the system of care, so everything that we put in place will outlast the funding. As most of you know, we have these really great opportunities come in town, and we have money and things are great, but then when the money is gone, where are the services? Gone. So one of the things about Innovative Approaches, all the projects we do are sustainable. And one thing that we really love about Innovative Approaches is it includes our parents. Our parents are included at every level of decision making. And right behind me, and I'm not blocking anybody, are some of our very committed parents. This is year 3 for Granville Vance, and behind us are our parents who have been a part since year 1. So if we can give our parents a round of applause. Today they're going to be doing a PhotoVoice presentation for you. This is the second year that our parents, in combination with our education subcommittee, have partnered with the ECAC, which is the Exceptional Children Assistance Center, to provide a free IEP workshop in Vance County that teaches parents, teachers, and professionals who are a part of the IEP how to collaborate on the IEP, how to properly do an IEP, how to ask questions, and also how to make sure that the IEP is working the most effectively for the child. By a show of hands, who's attended the IEP workshop before? 1, 2. Well, good. Well, that means today, after our PhotoVoice presentation, and we do our ask, if Vance County Schools decide to take it on, maybe some of you will be there in the fall. Did everybody get a chance to see the photos? I won't stand here and block them the whole time, I promise. Okay. All right, so we'll let the parents get started, and we're gonna try to pass the mic as much as possible so you can hear, and we're gonna start with Miss Cecile.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming and joining us today for our IEP PhotoVoice presentation. We are all parents, we are grandparents, and we are caretakers of loving and smart and charismatic and sometimes challenging children in Granville and Vance County, and they are all diagnosed with a special health care need.
Good morning. Good morning. As a parent of children with special care needs, our day-to-day lives look different from other parents of typical children, which to us is at times a positive living. We need support from our families, our friends, doctors, therapists, and service providers, and one of the most important, the school system.
Hello, everybody. As a member of Innovation Approaches Parents Advisory Committee, as we had the opportunity as parents to help with the Granville Vance Needs Assessment, which highlights the areas of success and the areas of challenges for children and youth with special health care needs, birth to 21. Through this assessment, we found that one of the areas of challenge in our areas, as defined by the parents and children of the youth with special health care needs, as well as by providers, is that parents are not active in the IEP process. And parents feel they are not included in the IEP process. Do you hear the irony in that teachers want the parents to be a part of it, and the parents want to be a part of it? So somewhere in there is a miscommunication.
Hi, everybody. No worries. As the Parent Advisory Council and the Innovative Approaches Education Subcommittee, we decided to do something to help bridge the communication. For the past 2 years, we have collaborated with the ECAC, Exceptional Children's Assistance Center, out of Raleigh, North Carolina, to host a free IEP workshop for families, professionals, teachers, and all of those involved in the IEP process, to attend a free workshop that teaches the IEP team, including parents, how to work collaboratively on the IEP, what the IEP is, and how to make a strong IEP, as well as how to ensure that all members of the IEP team know that they have an important role in developing the most effective IEP for the student.
Hello. On September the 8th, 2018, we hosted the second annual IEP workshop presented by the ECAC here in Vance County. And we had 39 registrants, which was double from the first year. The people who attended included parents, teachers, EC teachers, Vance County EC directors, substitute teachers, therapists, grandparents, and foster parents. This shows us that the community cares about our children and are willing to attend a half-day workshop on a Saturday to learn more about how they can better serve our children.
Good morning. I am Sandra Davis. I'm the proud mother of twin sons, Ethan and Nathan Davis. And I see a lot of my support systems out here in the crowd. I know I can be a bit much as a parent, and I thank you all for working with me. But I am a qualified mental health professional for adults and children. And about 3 years ago, when we were at Ian Rollins having one of Ethan's first IEP meetings, I requested that my son have a diploma and not a certificate. And when I asked that question, it was just like I was asking for something out of the sky. And that really scared me because I'm thinking I'm his advocate, so why doesn't the EC department know what I'm asking for? And I'm just trying to help bridge the gaps between providers and parents and teachers because nobody knows everything. And it does take a group effort, a village effort to make these things come together. And one thing too that I'm working towards is that on the IEP, if you have OT, PT, and speech listed, there's a breakdown in those services. They're not consistent. Sometimes they don't even exist. Whereas into 2 to 3 times a week, I'm driving to Durham just to get my son's services. So that's another thing that stands out for me. So that's why this whole project is so important, because I've been on the professional end and on the personal end as a parent. Thank you all.
With this in mind, we as parents and community members would like to ask you, Vance County Schools, will you take ownership of this project so that our children with special health care needs, their families, teachers, and the support can access the great resource?
Will you do it for my son, Antonio?
Will you do it for my daughter, Micaiah? She's 10 years old. She has ADHD and anxiety.
Will you do it for my son, LJ?
Will you do it for my twin sons, Ethan and Nathan Davis? Ethan is on the spectrum. Ethan and Nathan both have sickle cell SC type and asthma.
Will you do it for my son, Xavier?
Will you do it for my miracle baby, my son, my love, Josiah?
We thank you for taking the time to join us on this collaboration. We hope you will take this on, hosting our annual IEP workshop in collaboration with the ECAC in strong consideration. Thank you.
All right, can we give our parents another round of applause? They were so nervous. And the photos that you all walked around and took a look at, these were actually the photos that were taken from the workshop that was held in the fall. So our parents did a really good job at trying to capture the different things that occurred. If you can see, you see a lot of group processes. They took a lot of pictures of who attended the workshop. And one of the things that we were really proud of is that we had a really good mix of parents and professionals. And as the parents noted, this was on a Saturday, so our professionals and parents gave up their weekend to come to this event. We also have Jill Serco. I'm gonna ask her to stand. This is Jill with ECAC. She actually hosted the workshop for us. There are several other topics that ECAC provides, and as a resource to Vance County Schools, they're able to look at those different topics that might come up to assist us here in the county. Are there any questions about ECAC or the IEP workshop, or what it would look like if you were to come here again for our 3rd year? Yes.
Yes, when do you guys usually give it? Like, I heard on Saturday, but is there a certain time frame or a month or?
The question was, when is it usually hosted? For the past 2 years, we've hosted it in the fall, in September. We chose a Saturday, or the parents chose a Saturday, because they felt people were more able to come out, the parents were able to file childcare, professionals didn't have to work. But in collaboration with ECAC, and Vance County Schools took it on, then Vance County Schools will select the date, time, and location. ECAC does provide the resources for free. They would just need the location and the time of where to go. They also set up the registration. So the registration is done online, and there's a link, you go on and you fill it out, similar to what you did today. So ECAC pretty much hosts the entire event. They would just need to know who to collaborate with, on where to come, where to set up, and who to connect with once they get here, as far as who's going to do sign-in and registration. At our fall event, our parents actually did the sign-in and registration, and ECAC also does like a post survey, is that the right term? Evaluation at the end, where we actually receive copies of those evaluations. And that's where participants give feedback about the different interests they had, what they learned, any questions or other topics that they would like to see covered. Oh, and we also provide a certificate of attendance. So I know people like to get the CEUs, but we don't have those. So what we do is give you a certificate of attendance that shows the hours that you were there at that workshop, and then it's up to your individual school or principal you report to see how you can use those hours that you came to for training. Maybe they can let you use them for professional development or something along those lines, but we leave that up to the schools. Any more questions? How long is the workshop?
2 hours.
2 hours. And the past 2 years, ECAC has been able to provide lunch for the participants as well. So as a part of the workshop, you also get lunch, and that's because of the round we did around the lunchtime. And also today at the signing table, you received some of the resources that would be available to you as attending the workshop. There are more resources that you would receive. You will receive a sample IEP and a blank IEP to work on. ECAC is actually doing some rebranding, so some of those resources will change. But as a participant of the workshop, once you sign in, you get everything that you will need. You have any more questions we can answer? Well, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our parents and look at the PhotoVoice project. We will be following up with Vance County Schools to see if they'll be willing to take on this collaboration with ECAC, and we would like your support in doing so. So if you're interested in having the workshop come here in the fall, just please let one of us know so we can take down your name as a person who supports moving forward with the collaboration. And what we'll do now is you will exit here. Lunch is ready, so you can grab lunch and then enter the room directly to the back for the remainder of the presentations. Thank you.